Welcome aboard. Thinking of booking a Mediterranean cruise for summer 2025 on P&O Arvia? Well, I'm here to help with my ultimate port guide for P&O Arvia Mediterranean cruise. In this video, I'll explore some of the most iconic and breathtaking ports of call you'll experience on P&O Arvia. From the cobbled streets of La Coruna to the beaches of Palma Mallorca, the artistry of Florence, and the magic of Barcelona, I've got tips for you for all the ports of call. Stick around because by the end, you'll have a full guide for your own dream trip. Let's dive in. Our first stop is La Coruna, a beautiful port in northwestern Spain, known for its rich maritime history and iconic landmarks. La Coruna was a major strategic port in the Spanish Empire, particularly during the 16th century. It played a key role in the Spanish Armada's ill-fated invasion of England. The Tower of Hercules, which is a must-visit, is the oldest working Roman lighthouse in the world, dating back to the 2nd century AD. It stands as a symbol of the city and its seafaring heritage. La Coruna is also an easy port to navigate as the ship docks right in the middle of town. So you don't need to book a shore excursion as everything is within walking distance, and you can start exploring immediately after you walk of the ship. And here's a fun fact for you to share with your fellow cruisers and impress them with your knowledge. La Coruna is the closest European port to New York. And here is a suggested itinerary for your visit to La Coruna. After stepping off the ship, head directly to the Paseo Marítimo, Europe's longest seafront promenade. You can enjoy stunning coastal views and breathe in the fresh sea air. Walk over to the Tower of Hercules, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's around a 15-minute walk through the old town. La Coruña's city centre is a dream for walkers and cyclists alike. Nestled on a peninsula, this compact and easy-to-navigate gem offers two incredible options. Take a leisurely stroll along the coast with breathtaking views of the Atlantic Ocean, or weave through the charming old town, crossing from one side of the peninsula to the other. Next up is the Old Town. Head to the Plaza de Maria Pita, named after the local heroine who defended the city from an English attack in 1589. Visit the nearby Church of Santiago, which dates back to the 12th century, and stroll through the winding streets filled with local shops and cafes. If you have some extra time, walk over to Orzan Beach, a beautiful urban beach where you can relax, take a swim, or simply enjoy the views. If you have kids, there is also a great aquarium here near the beach. Located right on the coast, the Aquarium Finisterre features interactive displays, a dramatic open-air seal enclosure, and stunning ocean views. One day might not be enough to fully explore a larger city, but in La Coruna, it felt like just the right amount of time to take in the highlights. This isn't a sprawling metropolis packed with must-see attractions, but it does offer plenty of charm. From its picturesque old town to the stunning coastal path, the world's oldest functioning lighthouse, the iconic Torre de Hercules, and even a unique sculpture park, there's no shortage of beauty here. When I arrived in port, the city had a surprisingly calm vibe with very few locals around. The liveliest spot, by far, was the area around the Torre de Hercules, where most of the action seemed to be. For those looking to dive into Spain's religious and cultural history, consider a shore excursion to Santago de Compostela, one of the most famous pilgrimage destinations in the world. Santago de Compostela is the final stop on the Camino de Santiago, a centuries-old pilgrimage route. The city is renowned for its grand cathedral, which is believed to house the remains of St. James the Great, one of Jesus Christ's apostles. The pilgrimage tradition dates back to the 9th century and has brought pilgrims from all over the world. Today, it is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. After a scenic drive through Galicia, which takes around 50 minutes from La Coruna, you arrive in the historic city of Santago de Compostela. You can't visit Santago de Compostela without exploring the cathedral. It is a masterpiece of Romanesque architecture. You can join a tour or attend a pilgrim's mass if available. After spending some time at the cathedral, wander the Old Town. The Old Town is filled with narrow streets, historic buildings, and charming squares. Stop for a coffee in Plaza del Obradoiro, the city's main square, You will head back to the ship with plenty of time before departure. Next up on P&O Arvia Western Mediterranean itinerary is Palma Mallorca. Mallorca is a stunning Balearic island known for its pristine beaches and historic old town. The island of Mallorca has been inhabited since ancient times, with Roman and Moorish influences visible throughout Palma. The Palma Cathedral, La Seu, was built on the site of a former mosque. The Royal Palace of Almudena was originally a Moorish fort, later transformed into a royal palace by the Christians. In Palma, Mallorca, a short shuttle ride will take you from the port to the city centre. It will drop you off near the Palma Cathedral. Adjacent to the cathedral is the Royal Palace of Almudena, still used today by the Spanish royal family. Explore its Moorish roots and Gothic architecture. Then wander through the old town, where narrow streets lead to charming squares and local shops. Don't miss the Arab baths, one of the last remnants of the island's Moorish history. There is also some great shops here. Palma can get very hot in the summer, so remember to stay hydrated and wear sunscreen. The shuttles run frequently back to the ship, so you will have plenty of time to explore. But always remember to check before leaving Arvia what time you need to be back on board. If you want to spend some time at the beach, then head to Palma Nova Beach, which is about a 20-minute drive from the city. You can do this by booking a shore excursion or catch a taxi from the port. You can spend the day soaking up the sun, swimming or trying water sports. The water is crystal clear and is a great way to relax. 2 sun lounges with an umbrella are around €20. There are also plenty of places to eat near the beach and lots of shops as well, if you want some time out from the sun. The next port of call is La Spezia in Italy. It is your gateway to some of the most iconic destinations in Tuscany and Liguria. From Florence to Pisa, Cinque Terre and Portofino, you're spoiled for choice with shore excursions here. Let's add some history to these breathtaking locations. La Spezia itself was historically a naval hub for Italy and is home to the Naval Technical Museum, showcasing Italy's maritime past. Florence is the cradle of the Renaissance, where figures like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo lived and worked. The Florence Cathedral, Uffizi Gallery, and Ponte Vecchio are iconic examples of Renaissance architecture and art. Pisa, known for its famous Leaning Tower, was once a powerful maritime republic that rivaled Venice. Cinque Terre is a collection of 5 ancient fishing villages, perched along the rugged coastline, dating back to the 11th century. Portofino has long been a haven for artists and aristocrats, known for its picturesque harbour and medieval Castello Brown. La Spezia is one of those port of calls where I would recommend booking a shore excursion. I would also suggest booking them in advance, as they do get booked up quickly. Here are some of the best shore excursions on offer. Option 1 is Florence. You will start your day early by boarding the bus for a scenic journey through the rolling hills of Tuscany. The picturesque landscapes, dotted with vineyards, olive groves, and charming villages, set the tone for your visit to Florence. The bus will drop you off around a 10-minute walk from the centre of Florence. Begin your exploration with the Florence Cathedral, also known as the Duomo, a stunning masterpiece of Gothic architecture topped with Brunelleschi's iconic dome. You can step inside the church during the week, but you may only visit on a Sunday if you are attending Mass. Next, visit the renowned Uffizi Gallery to admire a world-class collection of Renaissance art, featuring works by Botticelli, Michelangelo, and Leonardo da Vinci. If you want to visit the Uffizi Gallery, it might be worth pre-booking your tickets. Stroll across the historic Ponte Vecchio, a medieval stone bridge lined with shops selling jewellery and art. A lunch and gelato stop is a must in Florence. There are plenty of places to eat and lots of places selling gelato. Head to the Piazza della Signoria, Florence's political and artistic hub. Marvel at the open-air sculptures, including a replica of Michelangelo's David, and enjoy the vibrant atmosphere of this historic square. Florence is easy to walk around, but watch out for the cobblestone streets. And it can be really hot, a good excuse to have a gelato. I would also recommend downloading a Google map of Florence to help you find everything. With Florence's highlights behind you, Relax on the bus ride back to the port, ensuring you arrive in time for your ship's departure. Option 2 is Pisa. Take a short, comfortable bus ride to Pisa, famous for its iconic leaning tower. Upon arrival, make your way to the Piazza Miracoli, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that houses several architectural wonders. Challenge yourself to climb the 294 steps of the Leaning Tower. The panoramic views from the top are well worth the effort, offering a unique perspective of the surrounding cityscape. After descending, explore other treasures in the piazza, including the stunning Baptistery and the Camposanto Monumental, a historic cemetery adorned with beautiful frescoes. You will arrive back at the port with plenty of time to reboard your ship. Option 3 is a combination tour of Pisa and Florence. You can join a combination tour which includes a visit to Pisa and then on to Florence. But you will have less time in both. But a great option if you want to visit both places. But be prepared for a long day. Option 4 is Cinque Terre. There are shore excursions to Cinque Terre, but you can also do this independently. To reach Cinque Terre independently, start your journey from La Spezia Centrale train station, which is well connected and located near the port. Trains run frequently to the villages, and you can purchase a Cinque Terre train card, which includes unlimited travel between the 5 villages: Monterosso, Vernazza, Corniglia, Manarola, and Rio Maggiore. Alternatively, take a ferry from La Spezia harbour for a scenic approach by sea, offering stunning views of the rugged coastline as you travel. Both options are straightforward and allow flexibility in your itinerary. Option 5 is Portofino. Set sail on a scenic boat ride to Portofino, a luxurious and charming town on the Italian Riviera known for its picturesque harbour and vibrant atmosphere. Discover the beauty of Portofino by visiting the historic Castello Brown, which offers panoramic views of the harbour and surrounding coastline. Stroll along the waterfront lined with colourful buildings, high-end boutiques, and artisanal shops. Dine at a harbourside restaurant, enjoying the serene ambience and views of the sparkling Ligurian Sea. Conclude your visit to Portofino with a relaxing boat ride back to La Spezia, arriving with ample time to board your ship. The next port of call after La Spezia is Marseille in France. After a long day in La Spezia, many chose to stay on board in Marseille, and it can be a great time to relax on board and check out all the pools. I went for a quick swim in the infinity pool and headed out later to sightsee. Marseille, France's second largest city, is a vibrant blend of historic landmarks and multicultural energy. Founded by the Greeks in 600 BC as Massilia, Marseille is one of the oldest cities in France. Its port has been a major trading hub throughout history. The Basilique Notre-Dame de la Garde, perched on a hill, has watched over the city since the 19th century and is a symbol of Marseille's maritime culture. To get into the heart of Marseille, you'll need to take a short shuttle bus ride from the port. Here's how to spend a perfect day in this historic and diverse city. Your day should begin at the Old Port, the historic heart of Marseille. For centuries, this has been the city's bustling hub of trade and maritime activity. Today, it's a lively spot where locals gather, fishermen sell their daily catch, and cafes offer the perfect place to soak in the views. Take a moment to breathe in the salty Mediterranean air and maybe grab a coffee from a nearby cafe before we head to our first stop. Just a short walk. From the port is Le Panier, Marseille's oldest district. This area is like stepping into a postcard. Narrow, winding streets lined with colourful facades, unique galleries, and artisan shops. Le Panier is the soul of Marseille. Every corner tells a story, from murals painted by local artists to charming boutiques offering handmade crafts. Take your time to explore, snap some photos, and maybe pick up a one-of-a-kind souvenir. Next, it's time to visit Marseille's most iconic landmark, the Basilique Notre-Dame de la Garde. Perched high above the city, it's affectionately known as La Bonne Mère, or the Good Mother. You can take a taxi, or if you're feeling adventurous, hike up to the top. Trust me, the effort is worth it. The views are absolutely stunning. You'll get a 360-degree panorama of Marseille, the Mediterranean Sea, and even the nearby islands. Inside, the basilica is just as impressive, with intricate mosaics and a peaceful atmosphere perfect for a moment of reflection. As the day exploring Marseille draws to a close, it's time to return to the port and catch the shuttle back to the ship. Marseille is a city that's best explored on foot, so make sure you've got your comfortable shoes. The hilly streets can be a bit of a challenge, but they're worth every step. Moving on, our next port of call is Barcelona, one of Europe's most iconic cities. It is a hub of art, culture, and history. This vibrant city has so much to offer, from the stunning architecture of Antoni Gaudí to the bustling streets of Las Ramblas. Barcelona's history dates back over 2,000 years to its founding by the Romans. Its Gothic quarter preserves many of the original Roman structures, including parts of the old city walls. The Sagrada Familia, designed by Antoni Gaudí, has been under construction since 1882 and is one of the most visited monuments in Spain. Barcelona is another port where you need a shuttle bus. But once you have been dropped off by the shuttle bus, you can easily navigate the city by using the metro, buses, or walking. Or there are hop-on, hop-off buses. I went on a Barcelona on your own shore excursion, which took you to the Gothic Quarter and La Sagrada Familia. The Gothic Quarter is the heart of Barcelona's history, filled with narrow, winding streets that transport you to the city's medieval past. Begin your exploration with a stroll along Las Ramblas, the lively boulevard that borders the Gothic Quarter, where street performers, vendors and cafes create a vibrant atmosphere. A must-visit is the Barcelona Cathedral, a stunning example of Gothic architecture with intricate details and a peaceful cloister. Climb to the rooftop for panoramic views of the city. Don't miss the La Boqueria Market, located just off Las Ramblas. This bustling food market is a feast for the senses, offering everything from fresh produce and seafood to tapas and sweet treats. Pro tip: visit early in the morning to avoid the crowds and enjoy the best selection of food. No trip to Barcelona is complete without a visit to La Sagrada Familia, the iconic basilica designed by Antoni Gaudí. This masterpiece of modernist architecture is a symphony of intricate details, from its towering spires to the vibrant stained glass windows that bathe the interior in kaleidoscopic light. Be sure to book your tickets online in advance, as this popular site often sells out. For the best experience, visit in the morning or late afternoon when the sunlight enhances the beauty of the interior. If you're up for it, consider taking an elevator to one of the towers for stunning views of the city. Tip: download the official app or join a guided tour to fully appreciate Gaudí's vision and the ongoing work to complete this architectural wonder. Barcelona is a busy city, especially during the summer months. Pre-booking tickets for major tourist attractions is a must. Our final stop is the beautiful city of Cadiz, one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in Western Europe. Known for its charming streets and seaside views, Cadiz also serves as the gateway to Seville, a city rich in history and culture. Cadiz was founded over 3,000 years ago by the Phoenicians and later became an important Roman port. Its strategic location made it a key city for trade during the Age of Exploration. Cadiz is a walk-off port, so you can choose to explore the city's beautiful old town or take a shore excursion to Seville. Here's how to make the most of your day. Begin your day in Cadiz, in the heart of Cadiz's old town. These narrow, winding streets are a treasure trove of history, lined with charming buildings, hidden squares, and lively markets. It's the perfect place to wander and soak up the atmosphere. Be sure to visit the Cadiz Cathedral, a masterpiece with its distinctive golden dome that glistens in the sunlight. Inside, the grandeur is just as impressive, and for a small fee, you can climb the bell tower. From the top, you'll get unbeatable panoramic views of the city and the sparkling Atlantic Ocean. Next, head to Torre Tavira, one of Cadiz's historic watchtowers. This was once the city's highest point and served as a lookout during the 18th century. Next up, it's time to unwind at La Caleta Beach. This picturesque beach, located right by the old town, is a favorite spot for both locals and visitors. Whether you want to take a dip in the crystal clear waters, stroll along the shore, or simply lay back and soak up the sun, La Caleta is the perfect way to end your day in Cadiz. if you're up for a longer adventure. Cadiz is also the gateway to Seville, one of Spain's most iconic cities. Let me show you what a shore excursion in Seville looks like. After a scenic drive through the Andalusian countryside, we arrive in Seville, a city steeped in history and beauty. Your first stop is the Alcazar of Seville, a royal palace that's a true masterpiece of Moorish architecture. Every corner is filled with intricate tilework, stunning arches, and serene gardens. It's no wonder this place is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Next, head to the Seville Cathedral, the largest Gothic cathedral in the world. The grandeur of this place is incredible, from its towering ceilings to the elaborate altarpiece, and don't miss climbing the Giralda Tower. The ramped path to the top is worth every step for the breathtaking views of Seville's rooftops and beyond. After a full day of exploring, head back to Cadiz, just in time to catch the sunset from the deck of the ship. Whether you spend your day in Cadiz's old town or venture out to Seville, this part of Spain is guaranteed to leave you with memories you'll treasure forever. And there you have it, the ultimate guide to P&O Arvia's Mediterranean ports of call. Whether you're exploring historic cities, relaxing on stunning beaches, or enjoying delicious local cuisine, this cruise has something for everyone. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more travel guides and tips. And if you have any questions about any of the ports of call or about P&O Arvia, let me know in the comments.